Most of the time when playing games, it can be easy to lose your moral compass because it's quicker and simpler to shoot an unaware enemy in the back or dump an unconscious guard into the ocean. Maybe he'll be rescued by dolphins. You don't know. Some games, however, want to make sure that you're rewarded for doing the right thing, and so they go out of their way to give you cool buffs, bonuses, and benefits for being a good guy when you could just as easily have been putting an unconscious guard in an industrial shredder and turning it on. Look, why even make it an option if I'm not supposed to do it? Anyway, here are 7 games that rewarded you for doing the right thing. Please enjoy, and beware spoilers for the following games.
Help! Please! Anyone! Oh!
Hey, what's with the holler?
I got bit. Oh God.
Ostensibly, the point of Rockstar's cowboy magnum opus, Red Dead Redemption 2, is for hero, Arthur Morgan, to get the redemption of the title, atoning for his past life of crime by doing a bunch more crimes. But in a nice way. Of course, how you go about this is up to you, and if you want, you can play the game as a total bastard, robbing folks, shooting folks, and tying folks up and leaving them on the train tracks while you do cool horse tricks nearby. The game does keep track of what it calls your honour level, however, and deeds like being friendly and helping people will net you honour points, while you'll lose honour points for things like killing, stealing, and roasting people right to their face.
I always say, manners cost nothing.
Yeah?
And you seem pretty cheap.
That ain't even called for.
If you've got a high honour level, you get a discount in stores, as well as some custom gun parts and a better ending. But for a more immediate reward for your good deeds, try saving folks you find in trouble out in the wilderness, like, for example, this fellow suffering from a snake bite.
Medicine? Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, you saved my life.
Help him out and there's a chance that next time you ride into town, he'll be sat outside one of the stores and will gratefully reward you by letting you get something on his tab free of charge.
How about you head over to the gunsmith and pick out your choice of item on my tab.
Thanks for the free gun. Just a warning, I will definitely use this to commit crimes. Karmic balance at work there.
A sword, most wondrous, lies in its depths. I watch over it. The blade may be grasped solely by one who possesses the 5 chivalric virtues.
Folk call me a lot of things, but virtuous? I don't know.
Geralt of Rivia from the Witcher series is a morally ambiguous figure, as likely to slay the monsters terrorizing your town as he is to turn up at your wedding possessed by a horny ghost.
Did it hurt terribly, my sweet?
What?
When you fell from the heavens.
However, in the Witcher 3 expansion Blood and Wine, there's a side quest that rewards you with the best weapon in the entire game, and to get it, you'll need to be the best Geralt it's possible to be. So no taking drugs and talking to your horse, Geralt. I'm watching you.
Interesting. Gotta say, I expected a young mare to sound girlish.
Based on what? Your vast experience with talking animals? As far as I know, I'm your first.
Good point.
The quest we're talking about, entitled There Can Be Only One, requires Geralt to embody the 5 chivalric virtues: generosity, compassion, honour, valour, and wisdom. The catch is that this requirement applies to the choices you make throughout the entire DLC. So as you play, you'll need to constantly make sure that you're doing the right thing at any given opportunity, like sparing creatures' lives, winning honourable duels, and actually going to someone's art exhibition instead of just saying you will and then just not showing up. I know, it's a struggle.
Ah, Geralt, you're here. Wonderful. Come, please.
Once you've proven yourself to embody the 5 chivalric virtues, you can then duel a hermit for your reward, at which point you receive the sword known as the Erendite, a ludicrously powerful weapon that increases its damage output by 10% on every hit, and at full charge does a guaranteed critical hit every time.
Just wonderful.
Now you've got it, you can be as evil as you like with it.
That's horseshit. I mean, I got so much more I want to tell you, and
or take drugs and talk to your horse some more. Sure, Geralt.
We are the mother. We sing for those left behind, the children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
In Mass Effect, the Rachni are a species of big, scary bugs known for aggressive expansionism, extreme deadliness, and to the relief of everyone in the galaxy, being extinct for several centuries. Except in Mass Effect 1, it turns out the Rachni are less extinct than previously thought. In a mission reminiscent of an Alien movie, a shady biotech corporation has salvaged a Rachni egg and hatched it on a remote planet. The egg produced a Rachni queen, who in turn has spawned a bunch more Rachni, who have been driven violently mad by being separated from their mother.
Let's get this over with. Somebody needs an ass kicking. Whoever it is, we'll find them there.
When faced with the imprisoned Rachni queen, Shepard is presented with the decision to spare the queen or dissolve her in acid, potentially saving the galaxy from the destructive power of a resurgent Rachni population.
You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
Unlike the Xenomorph Queen, however, the Rachni Queen makes a pretty decent case for her survival, pleading with Shepard to not dissolve her in acid and make the species re-extinct.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
I'm just saying, it wouldn't have worked on Ripley. If Shepard chooses to spare the Rachni Queen, you receive 24 Paragon points, so it's clear which option the game considered the good one. But beyond that karmic pat on the head, the real rewards for saving the Queen ripple through the next 2 games. In Mass Effect 2, you get a nice message from your big old bug friend promising an army of Rachni soldiers to support you in the looming war against the Reapers.
When the time comes, our voice will join with yours. And our crescendo will burn the darkness clean.
In Mass Effect 3, the Rachni Queen has gotten herself imprisoned again, this time by the actual Reapers.
We hear the machines, but they cannot control us. Remove this last shackle, and we are free.
But you can free her for a second time, like the hero you are, at which point the Queen will send a horde of Rachni workers to help you out, adding 100 points of military strength to your war effort. Which we can all agree is worth more than the warm, fuzzy feeling you get for not dissolving an alien queen in acid. Nice one, Shepard.
Dee Dee, come back! Mitch, here's the dog you brought back. Bit of a troublemaker. Not sure about the breed, though. He'll get bigger? Uh-huh. Like this.
Metal Gear Solid games make a big deal out of you being able to play however you want to play. If you want to run in guns blazing, you can do that. If you want to stealth in like a ghost, you can do that. And if you want to run around blasting Billy Idol and punching people with your rocket arm, you can do that too. If you choose to play as more of a thoughtful, kind Big Boss, however, you're going to be a lot better off thanks to 2 of the best companion characters in the game, who you'll only get if you're not running around machine gunning everything in sight. The first of these companions is your faithful dog sidekick, D-Dog, who you first encounter as a puppy out in the Afghan wilderness.
Boss, this is no time to be playing with animals. What are you gonna do, boss?
Take pity on this defenseless orphaned pup and Fulton him back to Mother Base, and before long, you'll have a loyal companion that you can bring into missions with you and arm with a knife so he can do your dirty work for you. Win-win. The second of these companions is the Sniper Quiet, who you first encounter in a boss fight a short way into the game.
Boss, you okay? Could it be that sniper? Quiet.
At the end of Quiet's fight, you're given the option to kill her or let her live. If you kill her, she's gone for good, but if you do the right thing and spare her, she later becomes available as a companion character for you to bring along on missions. And she is an absolute beast, demolishing opponents with her incredible accuracy and high-powered sniper rifle from miles away while you bumble around on the ground doing whatever it is you usually do in missions.
Guard post captured.
So definitely a good thing that you let her live. For you, I mean, not for the 16 guys you just shot in the head.
Chris has made one fatal choice already today, and now we must make another. Chris, you can take that gun in front of you and shoot Ashley, or you can shoot yourself. Whoever's left can live. The choice is yours.
Most of the choices in teen-endangering horror game Until Dawn aren't clear-cut. Instead, they're moral shades of grey, the consequences of which might not become apparent for hours to come. Can't wait to see how that comes back to bite me on the ass. Yep, there it is. There is one occasion though where it is absolutely obvious which option is the good one and which is the bad one. When the budding romance between Chris and Ashley is interrupted by a character not so affectionately referred to as the Psycho. Playing as Chris, you're presented with a choice. You can either choose to shoot your girlfriend in the face or heroically sacrifice yourself to save her life. But maybe there's another way.
Don't be so silly, Chris.
Okay, I'm all out of ideas. Obviously, the right thing to do here is to turn the gun on yourself, at which point it's all revealed to be the poorest taste prank since whatever the last thing Logan Paul did was.
Josh.
Josh!
Josh. Oh, very good.
So both Chris and Ashley survive, plus you have the warm, fuzzy feeling of knowing that you helped this relationship grow and flourish without the baggage of one of the couple having tried to shoot the other one in the face. I feel like that's the sort of thing that would come up in arguments down the line. You know, like, you didn't do the dishes. Well, at least I didn't try and shoot you in the face. And so on. If you choose to shoot Ashley though, it's still revealed to be a prank, but you've now irretrievably doomed Chris to a messy death and denied yourself the best ending in the process. Later in the game, when Chris is desperately trying to get back to the lodge, Ashley will refuse to open the door, and then a big gross golem pulls Chris's head off. That's like me with a Pez dispenser. I mean, who has the patience to eat them one at a time? Also, I do refer to them as my precious. The weirdest thing is, you can also choose to do nothing, seemingly committing both Chris and Ashley to being chopped up by circular saws. But apparently, Ashley is totally fine with this and will still let Chris into the lodge later on in Chapter 8, thus saving his life.
Oh, thank God, please, let me in quick. Oh my God.
You are probably going to want to take care of the dishes yourself though, Chris.
Well, well, well. Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings, huh? You scheming little thief. The gods demand repentance. Cough up your coin.
You may already be familiar with Patches, the scheming bastard who pops up in Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, each time trying to lure you into some kind of trap.
Say hello to the nice giant. He adores visitors.
And Patches absolutely is back on his bullshit in Elden Ring and will trick you, insult you, and let you down in several notable ways throughout the game, like abandoning you if you choose to summon him to help you with a difficult boss fight. As such, if you happen to stumble across Patches in this Limgrave cave, where, to be fair, he does attack you, you might well feel justified in giving him everything you've got, even after you get him down to half health and he surrenders.
I surrender. White flag and all.
If you do take the moral high road and spare Patches, however, not only do you get some runes and a new gesture, very nice, you also get access to Patches Emporium, a shop in that same cave, which features some super useful rare items such as gold pickled fowl feet, stone sword keys, and most interestingly, a unique item called Margit's Shackle. Margit's Shackle is a piece of equipment that, when used, pins the first major boss, Margit the Fell Omen, to the ground, leaving him totally vulnerable for a short period of time. Margit is your first real test in Elden Ring, so having something that can make the process a little easier is a huge boon this early in the game. And as an added benefit, the shackle also works against late game boss Morgott, who is, in the parlance of Elden Ring fans, a total bastard.
Have it writ upon thy meager grave.
So I'm glad I did the right thing and spared Patches. Him and I are going to be good buddies from now on, I bet.
Well, if you really are that gullible.
All right, never mind.
Bye now.
At the start of Resident Evil 4, you could charitably be described as being on the back foot. You've been attacked by a rustic weirdo, the cop you drove in with is now quite profoundly on fire, and this one guy has an okay chainsaw.
Chainsaw.
Alright Leon, a great chainsaw. Anyway, you'd be forgiven for looking out for yourself in this early part of the game, considering how many things are trying to kill you, but if you show a little kindness as well, you'll find it pays off handsomely later in the game. As you make your way towards the village, you'll come across this dog who resembles Huey from Capcom's earlier survival horror game, Haunting Ground, and who has managed to get his leg stuck in one of the many bear traps that litter the woods in this area. You're given the choice to free him or let him be. Leave him there and the game carries on as normal, but if you let him go, this hero dog will pop up again later in the game to help you during your boss fight against the giant ogre-like monster known as El Gigante.
Hey, it's that dog.
Leon as sharp as ever there. Now you've got a buddy to help you in this fight, and the dog acts as a perfect distraction for El Gigante, luring him away from you and allowing you to blast away at the monster's back to your heart's content. As a result of this help, this heroic hound has become a fan-favourite character in Resident Evil 4, something Capcom has acknowledged in the upcoming remake by having him be already dead in the trap when you find him. There's still time to fix this, Capcom. Do the right thing.
Friends, those were 7 games that rewarded you for doing the right thing. And with real, functional, meaningful rewards, not just like, here's the nice ending for being the nice guy. And in that vein, let me reward you with some real, functional, meaningful rewards like this video from Outside Xbox, which is about the traumatic, horrifying moments in LEGO movie games that had to be censored or adjusted to protect the children. So enjoy that video, or why not check out this video from Outside Extra, which I'm sure is equally good. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for more next time on Outside Xbox.